Hello and welcome back to Brogue. We're continuing the run from the last episode, so if you haven't seen that, I encourage you to go and check that out first. We're on depth 6 right now, rolling with a dagger and a chainmail. We have a second chainmail in our inventory. We don't know if it's magical or not. I'm not going to wear it or try it on because the one we have right now, it works. It does its job. I'm going to try to find a weapon though. Well, I'm going to try it. It's not going to be that much in my control, but if I find a treasure room, we're going to grab a weapon. What is this? Scale mail. Better than chain mail, I believe. So a lot of these like fantasy armors that you see, like scale mail and stuff, are a lot of them you see in like, oh, that goblin's going to get fucked up. Triggered. Oh, he triggered the trap and he's running through the fire to get to me, or through the grass. I guess setting fire to it. Anyways, yeah. So a lot of the fantasy armors you find in video games, role-playing games and stuff are very fictionalized, and I believe most of them are the invention or the like partial invention of Gary Gygax and was it Dave Arneson? Oh no, acid mount. Nothing is protected. Leather armor, put on. Run while we doff. Or doff and don the armor. Okay, so I moved away because then the acid mount can't attack us while we're putting on the armor, which is increasing our armor value. Right now we're going to put on the leather armor and use the dagger because we're going to... Well, they're going to get messed up, basically. That's all. That's it. Oh! Wait, no. Staff of Conjuration might help us. Might not. And we have distance. Let's toss darts. We should have another charge. We did it. So yeah, I was talking about fantasy armors and stuff. So a lot of the fantasy armors present in video games or role-playing games are mostly the invention or partial invention of Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax for the role-playing game Dungeons and Dragons, where I think they might have looked at like medieval probably manuscripts and probably medieval artwork, or artwork representing the medieval period, which was actually painted or drawn way after, which depicted people in various types of armor, which they then did copious research on, obviously, and then sort of tried to assign an armor class value to. A lot of it is kind of like bullshit and a poor representation of armor, but I probably don't have to tell you that. You probably know that already. But what's interesting are the ones that are like mostly complete inventions. Like chainmail obviously is real, while I'm gonna drink this grey potion. I'm gonna free up my inventory a bit here. Oh, it's a potion of life. Chainmail obviously is real, and it was one of the most prevalent types of armor historically throughout the medieval period. The most prevalent, I would imagine, is something like I'm gonna drink the potion of life. The most prevalent is probably something like, oh, what's it called? Like, it's not brigandine, because brigandine I believe is like metal and cloth, but whichever one is the one that's basically just cloth, which a lot of padding, a lot of cloth does an excellent job at stopping swords, turns out. So it's just weave, kind of like the concept of Kevlar. Kevlar is just some like a woven fabric, but obviously it's way more resilient than the cloth that you would use in the padding for medieval armor. But yeah, I don't actually know if scale mail is real. I've seen like depictions of it that depict the medieval period, but again, a lot of these depictions are made way later, and I think I've seen like archaeological finds, but I don't know if it was like actual practical armor that was really worn in battle. Because chainmail is old as shit. So it would be weird for chainmail to... Because chainmail here is better than scale mail. It would be weird for chainmail to... And it's better, I believe, in most role-playing games. It would be weird for chainmail to just, like, appear, and then scale mail appears later or something. And then they get, like, replaced and stuff. I don't know. It's all fucked. It's a weird tangent to go on. There's a lot of enemies in there, and I'm not gonna tangle with them. Just gonna leave them to their business. Obviously, I'm not a medieval historian, so I'm no authority on the subject. But obviously, neither are Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson. But they did their research. They definitely did. But fucking acid mount, go away. But so do a lot of other people who come to wrong conclusions. I want to put on some of the armor to see if it's cursed. Because one of these scrolls might be a scroll of, like, remove curse or some shit. We need that fucking armor, or a fucking weapon. I'm gonna drop that leather armor. And we'll try the other armor if we find another acid mound. Lavender potion, another unidentified potion. So here's the thing I haven't been using so far. I'm gonna have to read a scroll. Scroll of enchantment, nice. Let's enchant. We don't know what the chainmail is yet, so it might actually be enchanted. I doubt it though. Well, it says armor 5 in the top left, so maybe not. It doesn't say question mark. Oh yeah, it isn't enchanted because we used a detect magic thing, which is why it's got this dash next to it. So that shows that it isn't magical at all. So enchanting it might actually not be worth it because it might be kind of a waste. I'm going to try to enchant the, maybe the scale mail? I'm going to enchant the other chainmail. It doesn't seem cursed because I think if you enchant it, something like some sinister force leaves it. And it becomes like a +0 or whatever, like a normal magic item. But it doesn't say, which actually scares me. I'm gonna put it on. It doesn't constrict around me, so that means it's not cursed. That means we have one mundane one here and one that's been blessed or enchanted, rather. Yeah, so I haven't been using this feature, which is Shift D. You can see all of the different things you can pick up. That was the thing I was trying to say earlier before I went on another tangent. So this shows you all the things you can pick up and stuff, and the chances of it dropping in the dungeon, like the probability of it getting spawned, essentially. And we can see that we've got most of the good potions. So most of the potions we're going to pick up now are going to be bad. So at this point, we're going to start throwing potions at enemies. Though we do have quite a high chance of picking up a potion of telepathy, which shows us the location of all the enemies on the floor. And the scrolls, we have only identified one scroll. Let's toss a lavender potion. Splashed harmlessly. So lavender potion. I can't label it now that I don't have it. Actually, I picked up another lavender potion. So lavender potion is probably a potion of... It can be a potion of hallucination. No, yeah. Hallucination, I think, spawns gas. So it can't be confusion. That's also gas. Paralysis is gas. Caustic gas is gas. It's not darkness, because that's also an area. Descent causes a hole, and creeping death is like poison vine. So that lavender potion has to be a potion of speed or telepathy. So I'm going to label, or call, the lavender potion speed/telepathy ? And then this R, I'm going to call it uncursed. That's what they call them in NetHack. I keep talking about NetHack. I barely even played that game because I actually think overall the game, like the game's design is actually bad, I think. We're gonna go down because of all the bullshit on this floor. I think the game is like badly designed, and that's because that's like not the fault of the people who made it, because they never imagined it as a game that a lot of people would play. NetHack was designed as a game for just a bunch of students to play together. That's why it's all like weird and has like a bunch of weird characters that might just be self-inserts from their D&D campaigns. Popping up, like the big old wizard being called Rodney. There might be a different reference there that I don't know. Well, actually, I'm an idiot. Actually, the creator of NetHack might be called Rodney, because the Amulet of Yendor is just Rodney reversed. No, it isn't, is it? Yes, it is. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Our pack is still full, and we wanna get some of this stuff out of here. Let's drink a potion of detect magic. Let's get some information here. So all the magic is down here. So this is where we want to go. Let's drink a potion of levitation, because we have a lot of them. Let's just get down there, because in this game there's no XP, there's no grinding, so there's literally no point in fighting a bunch of enemies. Oh my god, it's a puzzle. Yeah, so there's no point in fighting a lot of enemies. The mirrored totem flashes, reflecting the red glow of the glyph beneath you. There's a mirror totem. Oh god, caustic gas. Oh god, that's bad. So it launches us back here. Oh, that's a devious trap. So you can only enter from, I believe, this area, because you can't be seen by the mirror totem, because the mirror totem just like launches you over there again. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah. I just walked into it again, and I'm maybe going to die. Scroll of teleportation. Oh god, that glyph of sanctuary might have saved me that I just put down there with the scroll of sanctuary, but I'm not sure. Let's wait a bit, and let's not eat actually. We can put down another scroll of sanctuary if something bad comes, and we'll essentially be safe from both directions. Let's read this scroll. Scroll of identify. Let's identify our... That chainmail is magical and it is uncursed. It's magical because we enchanted it. It might not be anything really cool, but I'm gonna identify it anyways. +4, oh my god. That's really good. It doesn't have any runics apparently, but it's still really cool. So that was an intrinsically +3, and we enchanted it to +4. That's highly fortunate actually. The scale mail isn't magical, so we're gonna drop that, and we'll keep the chainmail until we have protected our +4 chainmail. That way we can swap it out if need be. Yeah, let's just wait until we heal a little bit. There's a jelly, it can't cross. Wonder if this is also a sanctuary. No, it isn't. Yeah, because you can see that's a magical glyph and that's a sacred glyph. I was wondering if like each... Oh, fuck you, monkey. If each like area or like each tile... Oh god, there's 2 of them. If each tile like stored 2 tiles essentially of information or more. So you could have like layered tiles. That would be kind of interesting. Oh my... What did he steal? Potion of invisibility. I don't really care that much. But it's the principle that matters. Which means you have to... Fucking hell. Oh well, let's... But do no damage. It's how do you deal with this? Do you need a I think you might need like a staff of obstruction. Is that a thing? Yeah, staff of obstruction. You might need a staff of obstruction to like make it so it can't see you. Or maybe maybe a potion of invisibility. At least we know where the monkey is. Fucking hell. As we got an ogre here. That potion is probably a potion of telepathy, actually, because that's got an 18% chance. Yeah. And the other one is a 9%, so double, so 2/3 chance of telepathy, 1/3 chance of speed. We would want this to be a potion of speed, but the RNG, or the sort of probability, is not in our favor here. Oh god, we're actually gonna get sandwiched here. We died. I should have read more of these. So, a scroll of aggravate monsters. Luckily, we did not read that one, because that makes all the monsters on the map run after you. A scroll of teleportation. Scroll of protect weapon. Scroll of recharging, magic mapping, identifier, sanctuary, enchanting, speed, levitation, fire immunity. Most of this wasn't really all that interesting. We could have, let's see if we could have gotten out of this situation somehow. So we could have used the scroll of teleportation if we didn't. Yeah, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a 1 in 5 chance of using the, or 1 in 6 chance technically. No, 1 in 5 chance of using the scroll of teleportation on a whim if we just tried to use scrolls there. So we really didn't have much of a chance, and that was a potion of speed, which was exactly what I wanted, even though probability was not in our favor. Which might have helped us, but I don't think would have saved us. I think what would have saved us was not stupidly rushing into the face of that ogre. But yeah, that's going to do it for that run of Brogue. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.